Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on a tragedy coming straight out of Queens, New York. Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Sanjay Samuels, everyone running.
Oh, damn.
It's unclear.
Old boy shot in the head on
22nd, 2025. Sanjay Samuels, a 13-year-old freshman, was on his way to school walking through Cambria Heights in Queens, New York. It was 8:30 in the morning when he got shot in the fucking head.
A 13-year-old boy shot in the head on his way to school in Queens has died.
I just heard pop, and then I just saw the kids running down the block, and then I knew something was going on, but usually they're fighting, but then when I saw the kid laying down, I said, nah, that don't look right. And then I saw the ambulance come, and then they picked him up, and he didn't look too good, so.
Yeah, he got shot in the motherfucking head, 13 years old. I can't imagine that, man. Oh, my homie getting shot at 13. Damn. Where these niggas getting these guns from, bro? That's another thing. Like, I think the bro who shot him is 16 years old. Where did he get the gun from?
Every day they out here. You know, you got the little gang members and the little kids fighting.
Left brain dead in the parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts near the intersection of Linden and Springfield Boulevard, teens would scatter as the single gunshot was followed by screams and sirens. Sanjay would be rushed to a children's hospital, alive but unresponsive.
Damn.
And if a 13-year-old getting head tapped on his way to school wasn't enough, wait until you hear who did it and how it was done. The NYPD would release a still image of the suspect seen wearing a backpack and holding a pistol with the hammer cocked back.
Ooh.
The shooter would be identified by his high school principal as 16-year-old Jason Sykes. Investigators would learn Sykes went by the nickname Flex. On that Monday, Flex rode up on a Razor scooter, confronting a group of teens. Witnesses described yelling back and forth, then the teens appearing to disperse when Flex pulled his gun. Getting back on the scooter, the teens thought Flex was just flexing.
That nigga slid on a scooter? That nigga on a scooter? What the hell? That boy on a scooter. That's wild, man.
Wasn't gonna shoot, so they started yelling at him again, essentially provoking him.
Damn.
Flex would walk back up, and that's when him and Sanjay exchanged blows, fighting in the parking lot.
Oh.
The fight would turn to a brawl, and Flex would fire into Sanjay's head, sending everyone running. It's unclear if Flex scooted away from the scene, but at one point a witness would try to stop him, pleading with him to surrender and hand over the gun. Flex refused and then went as far as asking the witness for a ride away from the area. The witness obviously refused, but would ask Flex for his sweatshirt. And in that moment, Flex probably thought dude was trying to help him change his appearance to get away. But in reality, the quick-thinking witness wanted a key piece of evidence. The witness would turn over the hoodie to police and identify Flex by photo, making this a done case.
Dang.
The hoodie has his
crazy.
DNA on it that he was seen wearing while holding a pistol before blowing brains. And that hoodie was turned over by a witness who identified him as the shooter. The NYPD had plenty probable cause, but one probable problem.
This is crazy that a 16-year-old shot a 13-year-old. That's crazy, bro. Like, RIP to the boy that got shot, the 13-year-old. He's dead. And his 16-year-old, it's sad on his end, too. Even though he the one actually did to kill him. The brain don't even develop till you about 25, my nigga. So it's just like, he's just young, making the emotional, just doing stuff. Bet he got mama problems at home. I bet you. I bet you. He's not really all the way developed neither. He threw his life away, too. Over what? What was this over? Probably nothing. Kids, if you're watching this, just stay out the streets. I'm telling you.
Flex got away. The Regional Fugitive Task Force would begin working with the family to arrange his surrender, and Sanjay would be declared brain dead. 2 days later, his family pulling the plug. A sad day in Queens, New York, as Sanjay's pictures could be seen all over the news and social media.
That's wild.
But NYPD would claim he wasn't the 13-year-old his family was portraying him to be. Sanjay's father would claim his son wasn't involved in gang activities, stating every time he called him when he should be home from school, he was home, and that he had a tracking device in his phone so he could track him. But the NYPD would disagree. Sanjay,
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. Like these families and stuff always be trying to like, oh, my son never was like this, or my kid was never. Yeah, he's not gonna. He didn't do that around you because he off the respect that he had for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the family don't be knowing, oh, my baby didn't do this and this and that. Yes, he didn't do it around you because he's a good, he respect y'all enough to not have that around y'all. Like, kids act different for when he's with the mother versus when he's with, when he's with his friends. I'm like, bro, I cuss and all that in front of when I'm with my homies. Yeah, we cuss, we talk we talk that talk. When we with mama and grandmama, then we not talking that. We ain't saying nothing. We ain't talking about what type of position we gonna have old girl. We ain't talking like that, my nigga. We not talking like that, fam. Off the respect that we have for, you know what I'm saying? So, no, we not gonna talk like that, my nigga. Hell no. But, so I feel like the family got to do a better job of like, hey, my son didn't do it around me. I didn't never see it. Maybe he was trying to hide it from me. But you know how kids are. When they with their friends and when they doing this, they act different. Like how normal kids, even just normal kids, we 13, 14, 15, we talking about how many hoes, we this and that, we talking and we cussing. We wouldn't dare do that in front of mom and grandmama. Especially if you grew up around graceful women and you got an upstanding father in the household. We respect that. We're not going to be talking that. But when we get with the guy, with the friend, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So these parents always trying to act brand new. It's the way you got to say this stuff. Like, hey, my son around, he didn't, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Around me, he wasn't like that. He didn't do that. Now they get with these friends, they act totally different. That's just how it is.
2 guns on Instagram, and while he had no criminal history, he would post quite frequently about SMM, otherwise known as sex money murder. Sanjay's mother would take a different approach, not denying her son's gang activity. She would blame the horrifying shooting on his cell phone and social media, on which he would post things to quote-unquote look grown. She'd continue on claiming the phone is the devil. These kids talk too much on social media. They live on their phone, on social media, to hype themselves up, to look grown, to look big and bad. Sanjay's friends would tell police...
Probably trying to fit in. Now, I don't know how his upbringing was, but I'm pretty sure the 13-year-old probably grew up in a good home. I bet you he was around a bunch of kids that was really... that come from that background, that really be in the streets. I bet he had some friends probably like that. This 13-year-old probably was trying to fit in with some group of friends that actually don't have a mom or a dad. I bet you he was trying to fit in. I don't know, but I bet you. He ain't even probably supposed to get killed. He ain't probably even supposed to be in that situation. He probably come from a good home. But the friends that he hanging around, he's a wannabe. And he come from a good background. But them friends here around, I bet they really come from Section 8. They come from that type of stuff. He don't. I bet you.
That Flex was a known troublemaker in the area, but video from the confrontation at Dunkin' Donuts would reveal they were taunting each other, and a male can be heard saying, "Flex is gonna die. Flex is gonna die." Flex was known to police, having been arrested at just 14 for robbery and 13 for gang assault. On Friday, September 26th, 16-year-old Jason Sykes, aka Flex, turned himself in to police. And today, the day this video drops, he will face the courts and face charges of murder and criminal possession of a weapon. While his age will legally spare him from a life sentence, his actions may end with decades in prison. See, Sanjay wanted to claim Sex Money Murder, and very recently, former SMM member Hocus 4/5 publicly folded his flag, denouncing his affiliation and encouraging others to do the same.
I first became Blood in the year 2000. I was 17 years old. And although, you know, I haven't been actively gangbanging, I would say within the last 15 years, I still promoted it in my music. I still would throw up gang signs, even though I'm not, you know, committing crimes or gangbanging.
Yeah.
I guess it was still assumed that I was still an active gang member. I come to a pivotal point in my life where I see what's wrong,
Yeah.
and I want to fix it. I want to fix it. And the gang culture right now, we all are watching our young men and women be destroyed. So with that being said, I want to denounce all gangs. I want to denounce any and every gang affiliation of mine, particularly the Sex Money Murder gang that I once represented in a culture that I pushed forward. So ever since I publicly renounced the gang, a lot of brothers been hitting me up like, yo, Hocus, I support what you're doing. I love it. Congratulations. I want to do the same. I just don't know how. Well, here's how. I'm going to tell you how. We're going to do it together. I'm starting a Drop My Flag challenge. We all watch every single day. Every single day we watch it play out. This never-ending cycle of Rico's, conspiracy, murder. Gotta stop. And start with us.
Start with them.
This is the time. This is the era to do it now.
Because they're misleading the kids. They misleading the kids, man. And you could tell this is a guy, he said he was 17. Now notice when I just said that the brain don't develop till you're about 25. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're a kid growing up, man, you're trying to figure things out. You're trying to fit in, you know. When I was younger, bro, I wanted to be GBE. I was just be a Chief Keef fan down. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just, you know, that trigger us, you know, getting in trouble. You know, that triggers us. And we look up to older guys, man, and you know, sometimes the older guys are misleading too. They're misleading. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you know, like people shaming kids for being snitches, shit like that. Like, bro, as a kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put stuff in their faces. You know, they looking at that. Kids are looking. They always watching. They always observing, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna want to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of us making it cool that, hey, man, it's okay, bro, not to go to jail. You know, bro, don't go to jail, bro. Don't be in the streets gang banging. Play basketball, homie, or go do this. You know, say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. To you know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Go to school. Like, it's no leaders. I feel like no leaders now, bro. There's no leaders. These kids just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just out in the streets, just doing whatever. Not trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to tell these kids, like, hey, man, do this, bro. Do your homework. Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't be hanging around these little friends, little homie. Don't be around these niggas. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I guarantee you, bro, it always be the kids that be dying or going to jail coming from a good home. You have no business being in the streets, little homie. You come from a good home, your mama work, your dad, they telling you what you need to know, and you know you still want to go down this route. But ain't nobody trying to make it cool. I want to make it cool to not go to jail, go to prison. No, man, you can play basketball, football, be a YouTuber, a streamer, make content, talk to some girls, get some money. Like, do that. You ain't got to be with your friends and gang banging and stuff like that. Some of y'all is not even like that. You don't come from that background. But a lot of OGs, a lot of people, they don't have common sense neither. To tell these kids, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, do this, bro. Do this. It always be the one that's getting killed, the one who has no business being in the streets whatsoever. No business being in the streets, man.
And this is the exact reason why. Because 13-year-olds are losing their lives to 16-year-olds who are throwing away their lives. All under the structure of SWM's founder, Pistol Pete, who is serving a life sentence plus 105 years in ADX, the dungeon of the federal prison system. Now, I want to make it clear, the way that I say things, the way that I title my videos, it isn't meant to be disrespectful, but I understand the power of shock value. And the fact that I can reach the youth that I want to reach with these videos and messages by giving them something that's going to quickly get their attention. Now, you can take this argument in multiple directions. The father saying, when I call him to see if he's home, he's home. Well, why aren't you home? Why aren't you there to see what he's doing? Why aren't you looking on his social media to see the proof that he is, involved in gang activity?
That's facts, yeah.
The mom, she knew he was on it, but instead of blaming herself and the father, holding themselves accountable, blaming the son for entertaining the gang shit, she decided to blame the phone. Something that can't be held accountable.
Yeah. Facts, though.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's
because
facts.
as a parent, you should have the power to take away the phone, take away the social media. You can't control what he does when he leaves the house, but if he's doing things in the house to portray to be something that he's not outside of...
See, that was my thing too, because you have the other way around too, like how I was just explaining, like, you got kids, bro, who grew up in good homes, say yes ma'am, no ma'am to their mama, then when they get outside, bro, families don't have no control of that. They still decided to go out, gang, do that type of stuff. It's just they know where they stand at. They got respect for their parents. So I'm thinking that, and he's right, bro. Like sometimes the dads and stuff. That's why fathers play a big role in a kid's life too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the police are gonna ask these questions, like, bro, where were you? Okay, you calling him. Where are you? Are you at his football games? Are you at his basketball games? Are you at least trying to? I work. At least trying to. Do you get up with him on the weekend, on your off days? Do y'all go out? Like, those things are very important. I don't care what nobody say. Very important, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all that play a role, man.
You can attack that. You have to attack that. You can't play dumb and play victim when your kid is pretending to gangbang.
Yeah.
I don't believe that he was out there doing crazy shit. He was 13. No criminal history.
Yeah.
But he was portraying to be something badder than he was. And this is what happens. A 16-year-old who thinks the 13-year-old is badder than he is pulls up on a fucking scooter with a gun. And when the fight pops off, he pops off and hits him in the head. Now, like I said, because of his age, the 16-year-old will legally get spared from a life sentence, but in New York, you can still get hit with 45, 55, 75 years. You just can't have the word life. And truth be told, this is the whole reason that people are saying, yo, leave the gang shit alone. Fold that flag up. I mean, we're gonna call it what it is. This is New York. Everybody's in the gang, right? Like, literally everybody. Almost everybody's blood, regardless of whatever set it is. That's just how New York is. Wherever part of New York you're from is going to be covered in gang shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
It's not uncommon for everybody to claim they're a part of something, but that doesn't mean they're like that. You just got a lot of young kids coming from fucked up situations trying to have a sense of belonging or to look cool.
They're trying to look cool. That's exactly what it is. Trying to look cool, trying to be that. And then you have some... What I hate the most, and I can't stress, is kids that, bro, don't have no business being in the streets, trying to get in the streets because they're trying to find their way. They're trying to find their identity. They're trying to fit in. And that can cost you your life, man. I'm not going to say too much. I know I have a friend, bro, who in jail who has no business being there. His whole life revolves nothing around being in the streets. He was with the wrong crowd. And, I'm going to leave this video with that. Like, you don't have to be a gangbanger. You don't got to be in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you don't have to go on that route. I know some guys grow up in that environment. They got mama problem. They dad somewhere probably in the streets. And now they trying to, I get it. But you don't got to do this in order to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Without that being said, man, RIP to that little 13-year-old boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, we out.